As you know, I'm a simp for YOR. And from what I can take from the second season, this season was all hers, ladies and gentlemen. Since season 2 was announced to air, I have wanted to wait it out, let all the episodes stack up, and then catch up and binge watch the season by the time the final episode is released. But what caught me off guard was that this season had fewer episodes than its first season, which initially seemed a shame. The first season was good in some ways, so I expected the second season to be about the same as the first. But with only releasing 12 episodes and calling it a day, I was more like, wow, the second season is already over just like that? I mean, I'm not complaining, it allows me to catch up with the anime, but you know, I still thought we would have a lot more. But given that they probably wanted to respect the pacing of the anime, and during the time, the Spy Family movie was coming around the corner, and it makes sense that they didn't want to juice out the series. Overall, it's still enough for me to cover Spy Family since it's enjoyable enough for me to talk about with you guys. I had fun making the first Spy Family video, and I'm definitely excited to discuss more with giving you guys a season 2 review. Anyway, this video will contain spoilers, and consider this a warning in case you didn't get the memo by now, but I'll be covering over the second season, so if you haven't caught up and see the second season, then perhaps watch my previous Spy Family review video to get an insight of what I thought about it. Or if you haven't seen Spy Family at all, you're in the wrong place. From the initial start of the season, it had the impression that the season was filler. It kind of feels like the mission didn't progress that much at all, but what more can be done without rushing the process? I may have high expectations of Anya getting a stellar star ASAP, but I always gotta remember that she's just a youngling. I didn't mind seeing the slice of life aspect from the first season, but hopefully they don't make this a repetition thing for the long run. Well, as long as the plot develops forward to the goal, then I'll still be looking forward to it. Also like to mention that this shot of Anya looks familiar in some type of way. The main part that I felt was vital information to the mission was learning that the garden organization is the organization that YOR is in. They might have slightly mentioned it in the first season, but for some reason, it suddenly just clicked that in a way, the profession of YOR'S and loids are oppositions against each other. I hope they do go further into that eventually to where the truth among them will cross paths. This was brought to my attention when Franky was informing Loid about the garden organization lurking around in the country. It'll probably get more interesting when Loid gets closer to the truth about YOR'S true profession, and this is one of the moments that I am anticipating to happen. I'm very curious how that turning point will play out, but for now, all we can do is just play the waiting game until that time comes. But other than that, I also wish that they gave my boy Bond more screen time. Like, come on, my boy Bond deserves more love and you know it. I feel like ever since Bond was introduced, his screen time has been lacking. I mean, I'm not saying that he doesn't have screen time at all, but at least just enough to where he feels more involved with the family. We did get a few more moments with him in this season, so I'm not complaining entirely here. Hopefully, later on in the series, they will give him more attention than he deserves. But because I'm not entirely complaining, this season was mainly focused on one of my favorite characters, the one and only YOR Forger. I'm just gonna clear out the air to any of my new viewers and audience who haven't seen my previous Spy Family video, but YOR is literally the best. I was so glad that this season was mainly focused on her, like holy moly. She was amazing. I am hella biased over YOR, and when the season was out, YOR fans were eating good. From what was served to us to the table, the story of Spy Family shifts towards YOR'S perspective as it begins to develop YOR'S character. She begins to question her job as an assassin, feeling like is it right to have a happy family while having a dangerous job? Keeping the balance of maintaining her true identity from her true work profession away from her personal life can eventually complicate things. But from what I think, I honestly feel like she should keep her job as an assassin just because it doesn't feel right for her to quit quit her profession over her family, even though she has enough to contribute to her family. But then again, it also leads to the question over her family involvement. Since it's not a real family, is there any point in her quitting her job as an assassin? I mean, after all, they're all living among secrets of their own. So it's like, is it worth sacrificing so much and going through all this trouble just for the truth to remain hidden? I'm not saying I want this family relationship to end, but in case it does lead to that path, it'll be a tough one to swallow, knowing that what they had wasn't genuine or meaningful. They were really playing pretend family out there. I don't think just because Yor quits being an assassin, it won't stop Loid from completing his mission. While the truth about each family member remains hidden and the goal differences they all have, soon it'll complicate things and eventually the truth will be revealed. While this hypothetical is very tense and serious to think about, this is how I felt with Yor's uncertainty. Throughout this season's arc, she was trying to find an answer to why she feels this way, and the outcome of all this will be for her. But with the realization of how happy her pretend family can be, and the chemistry she has with each of them, all these emotional connections are very much real to her. It's not about whether they are a real family or not. It's about the relationship she has with this family is what she wants to live for. And as each episode progresses, she's starting to stand out more and more. Her mission that she was given was to protect the mother and the baby from being assassinated while escorting them to safety by taking a cruise trip. And given that there's a bounty over the mama and the baby, there's a lot of assassins that are after them, coming together with the same goal. The bad assassins that are targeting the mama and baby team up. However, these assassins are professionals, so the job that they have is very serious, so serious to the point where they don't mess around.
赤子連れの女を片っ端から殺していけば早いだろ。
The one guy who thought about killing every woman and baby just to speedrun their mission deserved what was coming to him. That moment they unalive him, I had to give them mad respect because they had standards. But even though they had respect and integrity to certain extents, it doesn't entirely outshine Yor, because in this episode, she was an absolute killer.
すみません。私あまり上手に踊れませんし。それに私こう見えて人妻なので。
Dude, she actually crushed him. I'm telling you, moments like these made Yor stand on business. She's great. Meanwhile, Loid and Anya are also part of the cruise trip, but they're only there as a vacation trip. Loid and Anya are aware that Yor is working on the cruise trip for her job, but they don't know what her true task is on this cruise. And because Yor is busy with her mission, Loid and Anya assume she's busy because of her cover-up job. The lack of quality time both Loid and Anya have with Yor somewhat feels empty to them, as it's quite strange to spend family time without a certain family member.
ならいいが。
でも母がいなくてちょっと寂しい。
This was a wholesome moment between Anya and Loid. I love how when Anya makes Loid worried and mentions how they miss Yor, it shows that they do care about her. For reassurance, they want to try to see if she's available for the next day, or at least try to find her in the most convenient way possible. Though they understand that Yor is busy, they still want to make time to see her. I mean, maybe it wouldn't hurt to give her a call.
Yes.
Given that they gave a whole arc mainly focused on Yor, I gotta say that I love every moment of it. It's her chance to take the spotlight, and I believe that she deserved it all. Yor not only being wholesome and sweet, but she can also be cold and a badass at the same time, which is like, wow. She is just amazing. Even though Yor can be professional at her job, her techniques and methods can be quite adorably strange.
時間どうする？花火？バカ、カジノに決まってんだろ。一発当てて役所勤めとは。
She's so funny. That's probably one of my favorite highlights from the arc, and it's just stupidly funny for no reason. Considering that moment as part of my favorable moment of the season, that moment didn't necessarily take the cake of that arc. This moment is the definition of Yor season. She dominated every way of the season, and Yor fans, we ate good. Her fighting style at first made it seem like she was just a skillful assassin, but geez Louise, she's a stand user? Is this a JoJo reference? The YOR'S is absolutely real. Hate me all you want, but she is an amazing character. This might be the only time that an arc might focus on Yor, but I enjoyed every moment of the season and I'm not complaining about the amount of attention she's gained this season. It was perfect.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
This season might have been smaller than the previous one, but this season was special to me. The chemistry that they bring to the series is what makes them all a spy family. Though the season mainly focuses on Yor and her mission, they still give us a few moments with the Forger family. I love the wholesome dynamic they have with each other, and these type of traits are what made me enjoy watching Spy Family. Still a bit surprising that there wasn't much given to us with this second season being short, but once again, can't complain. They cooked every inch and corner for us and served it all well done. This review was based on the time I caught up with the second season, and I know I'm way outdated talking about it, but sadly, you'll just have to get used to that from me. However, I try to maintain my content with stuff that I enjoy, whether it's talking about an anime show that I like, or just something spontaneous that I can potentially pull. And with my admiration of Spy Family, there's still more that I want to talk about. At the time that I summarized my key points for this review, Spy Family also released a movie that just came out a bit after the conclusion of the second season. Now, I already plan on covering the Spy Family movie and working on a review for it, so if you enjoy any of the Spy Family content that I've gone over, then make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for that. Anyway, since you made it this far into the video, hopefully you give this video a like and let me know if any of you guys have your type of opinion over this season. Did you love it? Hate it? I want to know what you guys think, because based on what y'all can take from this video, I'm hella biased. Bringing a variety of y'all comments can freshen up new perspectives outside of mine, so comment down below your input. I have nothing more to add for today's video, so that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!